Hello and welcome back, scholars. Today, our learning objective or learning target is I can describe a polygon by the number of its sides. But of course, the prerequisite to this objective is to identify what is a polygon. So first we'll identify what is a polygon, and then we'll describe a polygon by the number of its sides. All right, so we look at the word polygons. All of these are not polygons, but there are some polygons included. In order for it to be a polygon, it needs to be a flat, two-dimensional, meaning it's flat, two-dimensional, closed shape, and it has to have straight sides. Okay, so those are the criteria that we're going to focus on as we go through. All right, so we have this circle right here. Okay, is this a polygon? Let's look at the criteria. It's flat, it's two-dimensional, check. It's a closed shape, check. It has straight sides? No, it has curved sides. So in order for it to be a polygon, it must meet all of these criteria. It does not meet all of these criteria. So we're going to say that this is not a polygon. All right, let's look at this next one, this rhombus. All right, is it flat? Is it two-dimensional? Is it a closed shape? Does it have straight lines? Ding, 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 ding. This is called a rhombus. And it is a polygon. Now, there are other names for this shape, but we'll come back to them. All right, so does this meet all the criteria? Yes, it's a little tiny square. It doesn't matter if it's tiny, if it's huge. It is meeting all the criteria. And this is a square. All right, then we have this star right here. Now my hand erased some of the spaces, but this is a closed shape and it meets all the other criteria. Okay, I guess it could be straighter, but we'll say that the lines are all straight. And this is just a star, okay? And it probably has other names, but we're not going to focus on that right now. This right here, it's curved, so whether or not it meets the other criteria, it doesn't matter. It's not a polygon. All right, this one is a polygon. Right now, we're going to call it a rectangle, but again, it has other names as well. All right, looks like the red cross, the shape that they use for the red cross. Yes, this is a polygon. Okay, we're not going to name this one at this time. All right, and then we have this that got rubbed off a little bit, but it is a closed shape. We're not going to name this one, but yes, this is a polygon. And then we have this one, meets all the criteria. This is called a trapezoid. Trapezoid. Okay, this one has a curve, so it is not a polygon. Meets the criteria. We have our triangle, and this is the equilateral triangle. Equilateral, meaning all sides being equal. Triangle. Equilateral triangle. All right, has curves? Nope, is not a polygon. All right, remember this? This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So it is called a hexagon, yes. And this one, do you remember? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like a house. It is a pentagon. Pentagon. Now, if this were closed off, if we finished this arrow then it would be a polygon, but it is not closed. It is not a closed shape, so it is not a polygon. So let's come back and look a little bit further at some items. So we shared earlier on the last video that any four-sided shape is a flat two-dimensional four-sided shape. Closed shape is a quadrilateral. Okay, but this and this rhombus are also known as a parallelogram. Parallelogram. That means it has two sides. The two opposite sides are parallel. That means they're going to keep running in a direction and never intersect, never cross with each other. So it's both a quadrilateral and a parallelogram. This one is not a parallelogram because the sides are not equal. These sides do not match. These sides are equal. These sides are equal. So these are both parallelograms and quadrilaterals. This one is a quadrilateral, but not a parallelogram. We're just going to put quad for right now, standing for quadrilateral. All right, so let's look back at the objective. I can describe a polygon by the number of its sides. Okay, we define this as a quadrilateral because it has four sides, a hexagon because it has 6 sides, a pentagon because it has 5 sides, a square because it's all 4 sides are equal. Okay, and then equilateral, all sides are equal. All right, so we both described a polygon by the number of its sides and we defined polygon. All right, we look forward to seeing how you describe polygons by the number of their sides.